Kirstie Alley is one of my favourite people ever, and she has been since I was about 4 or 5 years old. I don't know if I would have seen A Bunny's Tale had she not been in it. I don't think it's a film that would have come on my radar, but I'm really pleased that I was able to watch this film because she's in it, because I thoroughly enjoyed it a lot more than I thought I did. It's a lot more moving and emotional than I expected, and because it's biographical, it's pretty educational as well. I'm not sure how accurate it is. If anybody knows of any specific inaccuracies, please feel free to let me know. But this was released in 1985, directed by Karen Arthur, and this is a dramatization of Gloria Steinem's time spent undercover working as a bunny in a Playboy club in the 60s, I believe it was. And she is a journalist. She went undercover, got a job as a Playboy bunny, and was trying to write a story detailing what it's like as a bunny. But when she begins working there, she learns a lot about the other women who are bunnies, and learns all about how they come from different walks of life and all of the problems they have to face on a daily basis. And something that's worth noting is that, certainly for me, when I hear Playboy bunny, my first thought is a house bunny, which is, the film with Anna Faris that I absolutely love. But for me, I think of a very stereotypical bimbo bunny. It's just the way that they're often portrayed. But with this, that's not the case. These are women, as I said, from all walks of life, who are just trying to earn a bit of money so they can, go on to do other things. And this seems like an interesting opportunity. It's just waitressing in a slightly more revealing outfit. But what Gloria quickly realizes as well is that the men they're serving are not necessarily the nicest of people, particularly once they've had a drink. And the working environment is pretty horrible. But there's a great sense of family with the bunnies, and they all come together and help each other when problems arise. Now, with regards to the problems that arise, Gloria is very much in the background. There are certain bunnies who definitely have pretty serious problems going on in their personal lives that threaten to encroach on their life as a bunny and their livelihood as a bunny as well. And Gloria is looking at this and wondering how she can write this into her article, but her boss, her editor, is wanting something light and fluffy. She wants to write something serious, and certainly there is a lot that could be written about, and it's really eye-opening. As I said, I don't know 100% how factually accurate it is. IMDb describes it as a dramatization, which makes me think that there have been quite a few creative liberties taken. But at the same time, I expect there's quite a lot of truth in this. And I knew next to nothing about the Playboy clubs of the 60s, vaguely aware of their existence, but, when I think Playboy, I think mansion. So this was definitely educational for me, and something that I found really fascinating, really educational. The costumes were absolutely gorgeous, and I never thought I'd say that about a Playboy bunny costume. But they were, and Kirstie Alley looked absolutely amazing. I can't imagine it was very comfortable. The leotards do look, especially for some of the women, really quite restrictive. But Kirstie Alley had an adorable fluffy tail. When you look from a distance, it looks like a cute, fun outfit. But the film really shows that there's a lot more to it than that. It's a very difficult job where you get demerited for literally everything. And it's certainly not a job that most people would want after watching this, whereas I feel like a lot of people would want this. I don't know, is it like Hooters? Is it like a 1960s version of Hooters today? I'm not sure. I've never been in a Hooters, but I feel like it's kind of a similar clientele, but with a lot more alcohol. I don't know. It's brilliant. It's a lot better than I thought. It's a lot more emotional and moving than I thought. I didn't know when I started watching it that it was based on truth. So there's certainly a lot that can be gained from it. Obviously, I watched it for Kirstie Alley, and she is absolutely perfect in it. I didn't expect any less. 1980s Kirstie Alley is arguably in her prime, at her heyday, top of her game at that point. Most of her most successful roles have come from the 80s and maybe early to mid 90s. Although I love a lot of her more recent work, particularly the stuff she does for Lifetime. A Bunny's Tale is not what I was expecting. Significantly better. I have to point out as well, even though it's about Playboy, well, the Playboy clubs. It's not sleazy. It's not X-rated. Absolutely not. You don't see that much flesh either. It's quite tame. A lot more than I thought. I really thoroughly enjoyed it.